Hello everybody and welcome back to Ant Holleufer, the Ant Holleufer YouTube channel. I don't know what to say. Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we are looking at the Lasius Flavus 5 Queen colony, which sadly doesn't really have any good news. But that's not what we're gonna talk about right now, because I think we have hit that point where I should give you guys a name, like Ant Canada has the AC family, and like Ant Scandinavia has scavengers. So guys, I think we should name you guys, because guys is just guys, and you know, leave some comments below with possible entries. So please leave any possible names for you guys in the comments, and if you like a name, please like it. Then I'll see more of it and I'll show it in the next video, and then we will take a vote if we have some good enough suggestions. So get writing, I guess. And before you get writing, we should watch the video first. So let's start the video. So right here we have the Lasius Flavus colony today, and as you can see, we have around 7 workers. It may be a little bit higher, it may be a little bit lower. But the thing is, during hibernation and after hibernation, we had around 40 to 50 workers. Also in my hibernation update with all my ant colonies, you could see all the workers we had. It was a little bit hard because they were in a test tube that was really dirty, but as you can see, they are in a new test tube. But let's first talk about why we have lost so much of the colony. So I regularly feed my ants honey and mealworms, and one day I fed all my colonies honey and mealworms, and the day after, almost all of my colonies had casualties that had drowned in the honey. So with some of my Lasius niger experiments, I had 2 or 3 workers, and one colony had 10 workers. And I had my Fidoli PL colony losing around 3 workers in the honey. And I was so sad when I saw this. And the last colony I checked was the Lasius Flavus colony. And I didn't know what to do when I saw it, because though they didn't have too much honey, they had less than what I'm feeding them later in this video. Almost the entire colony had drowned in the honey. They had lost, I don't know, around 30 to 40 workers. Basically, the honey droplet wasn't visible. All that was visible were ant bodies all around the honey and all the way on top of the honey and just all over the place. So this was a really sad day for me. So the honey drop I fed them was smaller than what I have just fed them in the video in the background. This was also a little bit too big, but it was way smaller than the one that they got. And not only that, I tried to move them over a period of 4 weeks, I think. First, I had a few weeks where I just completely droughted the whole test tube by putting it on its side, as shown right here. I did this because I would maybe try to make them move out of the nest due to no water and no humidity. But after almost a month of no reactions, I decided that this wasn't gonna cut it. Before that, I had tried to just expose them to light, which did nothing. I had never been able to move this colony because they're just completely crazy stubborn. And that's sadly just how it is with this colony. And when I fed the ants, I could see that the mold immediately started growing on the food, which is a really bad sign that you need to move the ants. The test tube didn't look that bad, but I could see that after 2 days the mold had somehow gotten over to the honey and started molding the honey. So after almost 2 months of trying to move the colony, I decided to do the bad thing and push them out by tapping on the test tube while it was vertical. And 4 out of the 5 queens did go down into the new test tube, and almost all the workers did go down together with almost all the brood. But we had 4 workers still remaining in the old tube and 1 queen. So I let them be on the vertical state for around 5 days again. But the queen just didn't want to go down, and the workers didn't want to go down with her. So finally I tried to tap once again, and she fell down, stressing all the colony again. And this whole thing has been really stressful for the whole colony. But we still had workers that didn't want to go down there. And something else started to happen. The test tube started to leak water. So from one day to another I had to manually go in and grab the workers as best as I could and grab the eggs and the larvae. And in that whole scenario, I ended up losing 2 out of the 4 workers that were in the test tube. Not because I squished them, but because they had drowned in the water. And that is why the colony looks like it does today. So that is of course a really sad start to the new year. But as you can see, we have a lot of eggs and a few larvae and a lot of cocoons. So the colony is definitely recovering, but I'm not sure how stressful this whole moving and this whole thing has been for them. I don't really want to observe them that much, and therefore when I fed them earlier on the episode, I looked at them while I recorded and I checked a little bit later, but they have always been really shy, and they were really shy once again. So I didn't see any of the workers taste honey or the mealworms, and 2 days later I took it out without really seeing much difference, except the honey had become a little bit smaller, evaporated a little bit. So I think they are eating the honey and the mealworms, but I just can't see it because they are so shy. So again, this is how the colony looks today. It is almost like after the first generation of workers arrived. I think before the major die-off we had 2, and the 3rd generation of workers was starting to hatch. But now we are pretty much down to the first set of workers once again. But I mean, the colony did survive, and all 5 queens are still alive, and they seem healthy even though they were pushed out in a major stress scenario. But I mean, that is how it is with ant keeping. Compared to some of my other colonies, I don't really have any low hopes for them. I think they will recover and grow into crazy numbers, and that is something only the future will tell. So on Instagram I have showed some of the videos that I showed here in today's video, and we had a little discussion talking about whether the queens will kill each other or not when they reach a certain size. Now, I'm hoping that this won't happen, but it is something that may happen. But I've also heard of people successfully raising 200 to 300 worker colonies with still 5 alive queens. So only the future will really tell how it will be for this colony. All I can say is a really poor start to the year, but hopefully they will recover and explode in numbers. So yeah guys, that has been it for this video. Not that many good news sadly, except there's a lot of eggs, larvae and pupae. But sadly that is about the only good thing, and they did survive hibernation. But as I said in the beginning of the video, please leave a comment down below with your name suggestions, if you have any, for you as a viewer and you as a... not me and the people who watch the videos. So yeah, just if you have any name suggestions, leave them in comments below. In the comments. That was very quick. And with that out of the way, that has been it for this video. Hope you liked it. I liked filming them. I had some really great shots in the video, and I hope you guys noticed it. But you know, let's not ramble on too much. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see all of you without a name in the next video. Bye!